All right. Hello, metal community. So my name's Daryl. A lot of people already know me as Celtic Frosty or that fool who likes the first two Def Leppard albums way too much. Call me what you will. I thought I'd take Marty's advice and just do this. I'm on vacation. Let's throw together something and get the ball rolling. So I think I'll do 3 short parts, an introduction, and then what I'm in my head calling 2 spins, 2 shouts, two things I'm spinning that have a connection to 2 shout outs I'd like to make. So first, me, 54-year-old metalhead here in upstate New York. Loved metal my whole life. My story is pretty similar to what people have heard Marty say. 77, 78, just fell in love with Kiss. It's all I listened to. It's all I did. We put on concerts for the neighborhood. It was just, I was a Kiss maniac. And then you learn to appreciate solo Ozzy, some Sabbath. I heard Paranoid, album Paranoid, some Dio, Iron Maiden at Boy Scout camp in '84, some Priest, and then as I got into middle school and going into high school, I was already into early thrash. Seven Churches was a huge album for me. Pleasure to Kill, Slayer. By the time I graduated high school, it was Beneath the Remains, Sepultura, a lot of Creator. And then death metal was starting. College, I was full into my death metal and then just took off from there. Why am I doing this? I would say I just wanted to take one step closer to the community, I guess. If somebody's tuning in here thinking they're going to learn something, I would say go to Heavy Metallurgy, Let's Talk Metal, Maze of Torment, Explosive Action, Melanie Loves Death Metal. That's where you're going to learn. I'm just a jackass throwing my hat in the ring. Maybe you'll learn something here. We've all got diverse tastes, but anyway, that's kind of a brief summary of who I am. Let's go to a first spin. I'm not going to really talk about the albums much. I will as I get this ball rolling, but for now, it's more about the album and how that connects to someone that gave me encouragement to do this, or that kind of took me into the community as I've been chatting and commenting more. Just someone that I'd like to thank. So, first album up. I gotta improve lighting in here. This is a total rig, but you can see it's Celtic Frost Monotheist. I hated this album for a long, long time. When I came to the community, the metal community on YouTube, a few people raved about this. It was just the pinnacle of their artistry, everything they were striving for on Pandemonium and Vanity Nemesis and all that stuff. It kind of came to fruition here, and super heavy album. But since being a part of this community, I went back to it. I think that's a great part of this community, and I've learned to love it. It's maybe not to Megatherion, but it might be my number 2. So anyway, why am I showing this? Who am I showing this for? Got to give my first shout out to Marty Worm. I found the metallurgy community probably just before the pandemic started. I started collecting again in 17, started watching a lot of videos in 18, watched a lot of the young dudes at first, which was awesome, super knowledgeable guys, awesome, but I just didn't feel that connection. And then I stumbled across Marty's channel and a few others, and one of the first things he said that caught my ear was, I want to say it was extreme aggression he was talking about, but I just heard him say, and this was 89, the year I graduated high school. Same for me. I'm the exact same age as Marty. So that connection alone just drew me in. You know, here's a dude that's my age talking metal. And it was meaningful to me. And, you know, ever since, he's an awesome dude, super knowledgeable, and it's a great community. But it was really just that age thing that drew me in at first. And so monotheist for Marty, absolutely. I'm a huge fan now. Thank you, brother. Second album, I have a feeling that as soon as I hold this up to the camera, everybody's going to know exactly who I'm going to be showing this for. But yeah, second album that comes to mind that I also want to give a little story and shout out with, Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. Amazing album. At the time, I was still huge into Maiden when this came out. Power Slave is my favorite Iron Maiden, always has been, probably always will be. I try and keep an open mind with everything metal, especially what the community throws at me. Just always try and open mind, listen, everything. But this one, a lot of my buddies and the people I knew into metal at the time hated it. They were all like, this is the end of Maiden, there's keyboards, you know, what are they doing? I loved it. I absolutely loved it from the beginning. So this little shout out, we got to shout out Alan, Let's Talk Metal. He is not a fan of this album. And it boggles my mind. I think it boggles a lot of people's minds. You're listening to the right album, right, sir? I mean, I don't know quite what other questions to ask of him. But, so anyway, Alan. I found Let's Talk Metal about the same time as I found Marty. And it was a similar connection right away. Someone of close to my age. Alan's a younger dude, but close. Super knowledgeable. At first, I didn't have that connection I did with Marty, or that feeling of when I watched Marty's videos, because that I felt more like, you know, I could just sit down and have a beer with this guy and talk metal all day, and it'll be awesome. With Alan, I was totally drawn in by how much knowledge and passion this guy has, but it just seemed like this guy's going to be angry if I'm not taking notes. You know, I just felt like I was supposed to be doing my homework, and I better be paying attention, and raise your hand if you got a question. But after a few more videos with him, I realized he's really chill, super chill dude. And I was more comfortable. And then he told me his actual profession, and I am a science teacher. I'm at a different level than him, but that connection somehow was the little trivial point that put it over the edge. That was like, I want to watch all of his videos. So those two dudes are my part one. Kind of racing through this because I'm nervous as heck. We're not even 10 minutes. This is going to be my theme going forward, at least to get out of the gate. I'm going to do 2 spins, 2 shouts. There's plenty more people I would like to shout out in this community that I just absolutely adore what they're doing. Their channels are fantastic. They've all got their own niche and personality and style. And I guess that was my biggest hang up in thinking about how to get this going is, what is my style? Because I don't, if you look behind me, it goes all the way around the room, but it's not like I've got Roger's collection or Marty's collection. It's not like I've got all that deep knowledge of Alan. I'm not a musician, so I kind of thought, what's my angle coming at it? And spoiler alert, because I'm going to kind of spoil my number one of my shout outs. The single person who really made this happen, and you're probably going to hear his name in part 2 or part 3, if I keep it at this length, is Darcy, 6 Strings 9 Lives. Because I thought, what do I have to offer the community? I'm just a dude who loves metal, passionate about it, love to talk it, like all metalheads. We just want to talk metal all day if you're a metalhead. So I have the passion, I have the collection. Maybe I don't have those other variables. Who cares? I'm just a guy hopefully you like and you'll come back to, talking metal. So Darcy, it was because of you that I really got this going. But we're going to get that shout out in part 2 or 3. So, all right, there is part 1. Probably the most unsuccessful entry video you will ever see. Stay metal all. I'll come up with a better catchphrase in the future. See ya.